Hey guys, welcome back to another battle. In this one, I'm using my Pwnlitoeds once again. Now, this guy is carrying no items, so he's obviously not really, a professional trainer. But anyway, the Pwnlitoeds, it's usually the standard setup that I'd go with. My main special attacker, which is my number one up there, the top right, that's my main special attacker, and then I'd go with my really fast physical attacker. And those two work really well together because one of them has, my number two down there has water absorb, as you saw before. And then Amazon, the belly drummer, and then I think the one up front. Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of the wrong one. Okay, never mind. Number one is my, my scarfed special attacker. I'm sorry. And then, the other one is the physical attacker. And then, you got the wide lens sweeper and stuff like that, but whatever. Anyway, actually, I think this is the only Pwnlitoad that I have that knows Psychic, so yeah. Anyway, they start off with a Dusknoir and Metagross. And how dare you mock Quadraxis? Anyway, Dusknoir, Metagross. I go for a Surf as always, and then I start off with a Hypnosis on the Metagross because that's really the only thing I can see too much danger coming from because I really predicted an explosion, with him and Dusknoir out there, and that would have spelled trouble for me because Pwnlitoad is epic, but he's not that epic. He can't take an explosion from a Metagross, but whatever. Anyway, I get lucky, and Hypnosis hits and puts it to sleep, which is awesome. Because I was kind of afraid. I was afraid of that Metagross. And then Dusknoir goes for a Dark Pulse. Now, that's another thing where, you got a crappy moveset, so you fail at life. Goes for Dark Pulse, doesn't do anything because of my high special defense, as always. Or just as expected, never mind. And then, it's a physical attacker. I'm going to guess that it's like an in-game Dusknoir or just a bad one and you don't really understand exactly how to use it. Because that's one way you can tell if a trainer is really professional or not, is if they have a dark move on a ghost type or a ghost move on a dark type. Because ghost and dark type moves are both super effective to the exact same things. They're both super effective to Ghost and Psychic, and that's it. So if you see one carrying an opposite move, or the other, move, a Ghost with a Dark or a Dark with a Ghost type move, then you know that guy's not thinking very well. Because, if they just had Dark Pulse or something like that, then they would be doing the same amount of damage. But anyway, go for a Surf, get a critical hit on Metagross, knock it out, and then I get Waterfall on Dusknoir and knock it out. So yeah, there's that kind of recap of that whole scene. Sorry, I go off on tangents pretty quickly, don't I? But anyway, Pwnlitoad takes some damage from a Life Orb. I didn't even know I had that, but whatever. I guess I just forgot. And anyway, out comes Rampardos and Typhlosion. Now Typhlosion. Because I knew that this guy wasn't really professional. I wasn't really too worried at this point because I knew that the only thing this Typhlosion can really throw at me is Eruption or Solar Beam, and I know that it didn't have a Power Herb, so I didn't have too much to worry about here. So yeah, I'm pretty much just cruising along, myrtleizing his face. But I knew that I needed to get that Rampardos out of the way because I know that, Head Smash, can take out one Pwnlitoad. But anyway... Or maybe more than one. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on how much HP that thing has. But anyway, go for a Surf, and then knock out Rampardos in one shot. Now that's how powerful my Pwnlitoads are without a sunny day. I almost knock out a Rampardos in one shot. I know Rampardos has like no special defense, but still. So, yeah. Anyway. Super effective, and knock out Rampardos. I was really kind of hoping that it would get knocked out just by that one Surf, so then I could Waterfall the Typhlosion and just end it quickly. But, of course, things that are not supposed to survive, survive. Kind of like Darkrai or Palkia, stuff like that. Anyway, Typhlosion goes for an Earthquake for some weird reason, and it does nothing, as expected, because, Typhlosion's not a physical attacker. But anyway, just go for another Surf, and I think you can see where this is going. Surf, Waterfall, Typhlosion with no HP, and yeah, and then, you're dead. But anyway, yay, that's a pretty dang clean sweep right there. I mean, I didn't lose anybody, and both of my guys aren't even in the half HP. And since I knew that I couldn't really miss with Surf or anything like that. I went for Hypnosis on my own Pwnlitoed, and I don't know why. I just felt like it. Because I knew I was going to win anyway. There was no chance of me losing at this point. So, yeah, why don't just have a little fun with that? And anyway, Typhlosion goes down to, you know, the Surf. All, like, as expected, you know, low HP, and it's a Pwnlitoed. The amazing Pwnlitoed. But, yeah, that's the Pwnlitoeds again, because they're just amazing. But anyway, expect the next time you see these guys, expect them to be updated and even better. So I'll see you then.